give this sucker a makeover. Alright, that's more like it. Alright, here we go. What's up guys, this is Powerful SL. Welcome back to the Sten Show, aka the new and improved content of the Powerful SL channel. You like what I did here? I thought that since we were talking about Pokemon, we might as well spruce it up with a whole bunch of Pokemon stuff. Don't worry, Monica and Monokuma will be back. Anyway, what are we here to talk about? Oh yeah, Pokemon. The mobile video game market has been pretty big as of late. Whether you like it or not, there's nothing you can really do to change it. You know what else is big on the mobile game market as well? Pokemon. There are several Pokemon games out there that are on mobile devices that nobody really talks about. It's more like a one and done deal where they're like, oh, this is a thing now, and it's just not a thing. They just never bring it up again. But whatever, that's what I'm here to do. We've got 5 games to get through, so we might as well jump straight into this, starting with what somehow my personal favorite of the 5.
This is Pokemon Shuffle. It is probably the oldest mobile Pokemon game on this list. If I'm not mistaken, it is a predecessor to the Nintendo 64 game known as Pokemon Trowsy. I don't even know if I said that right, but whatever, at least I tried. It originated on the Nintendo 3DS but was eventually transferred to the mobile market. But either way, it's yet another one of those match 3 mobile games, but in my opinion, it has enough differences from other games in the genre to make it stand out on its own. For example, unlike many other games, any tile can be moved anywhere else on the board with some exceptions like blocks and ice and such. However, there is one thing that is pretty much the key factor in making this stand out from the others. That is, of course, the Pokemon. After you beat a Pokemon, you can make an attempt to catch it. If you just so happen to catch it, then the Pokemon is yours for the keeping. Then you can use that Pokemon to use in stages to defeat other Pokemon. However, there is a benefit to picking some Pokemon over others. For one, there's the obvious type advantages mechanic, which also makes an appearance in this game, and plays a vital role in it as well. However, every Pokemon only has one type instead of 2. This is probably done to prevent it from getting overly complicated, especially for those who are new to the Pokemon series. Each Pokemon also has an attack power statistic that represents how strong the Pokemon is without the type advantages and such. These two things are what's meant to be used to help people choose which Pokemon should be chosen over others. However, if you're too lazy like myself, you can just press the optimize button and all the work will be done for you.
The amount of time I've sunk into this game is actually kind of sad. Like, if I hadn't reached the level 500 stage yet, I was pretty darn close. And I even made it that far without even spending a single dollar. So, I did it all, I guess you could technically say legit. You could kind of consider it like a guilty pleasure, but whatever. Anyway, let's move on to the next one.
Next game to come out was known as Pokemon Duel. This one is a bit more complicated to explain, but I'll try my best. Basically, it's another one of those mobile board game type apps. Your goal is to use your Pokemon to get to your goal on the other side of the board before your opponent gets to theirs. You need to find a nice balance between getting your Pokemon to the other side and keeping the others from getting past you. Basically just offense and defense. How do you defend yourself anyway, you might be asking? Well, when Pokemon run into each other, a disc spins and decides which Pokemon defeat which, or if anything happens or whatnot. Pokemon that are stronger tend to win over the weak, you know, survival of the fittest and whatnot. However, if you're somehow lucky enough with your weaker Pokemon, they can overpower the stronger one.
I mean, it's just like real life. You could put all this effort into finally achieving your dreams, and it just so happen to have that one guy that just happens to get luckier than you and surpasses you in all aspects.
How could this happen to me? I made my mistake.
Pokemon are organized by how rare they are as well. This can help you determine which ones can be stronger than others because more often than not, the rare ones are the ones that are stronger. These categories are Common, Uncommon, Rare, EX, and UX. Common being the weakest and UX being the strongest, obviously. At the beginning of your turn, you can also use plates that can leave special effects and do other special things that can affect how the game plays out. However, at the end of the day, the game is all about taking the tools you have and reigning supreme over your opponents.
That's probably the most complicated out of the 5, but I tried my best to explain it. Heck, you guys could probably explain it better than I can. After all, this isn't really my type of game, to be honest. Fortunately, most of these games that are coming up are going to be a lot more simpler to explain.
Next up came Magikarp Jump. This one was certainly a game that came completely out of left field. Basically, you train your Magikarp to become the highest jumper of them all, and when you're tired of one of your Magikarp, you can catch a different one and train that one to do your bidding instead. It's a really weird concept, but not necessarily a bad one. There are also Pokemon that you can meet that will help you out by giving you stuff like food and coins. They don't really do all that much outside of that though.
I'd say Magikarp Jump is probably the smallest and the most simplest out of the 5, especially compared to the likes of Pokemon Duel. Anyway, this next one isn't technically not just a mobile game, but I'm still going to count it because, you know, it still appeared on mobile at all. And that game would be none other than Pokemon Quest.
Pokemon Quest was not only on mobile, but was released on Nintendo Switch as well. The gist of this game is where you use a team of Pokemon to explore the island known as Tumblecube Island. You can kind of compare it to a Pokemon Rumble game, but somewhat different. Your camp is basically the hub area for the whole game. It's where all of your Pokemon are stored and where you can train them and such. As for how to get new Pokemon, you use berries collected from your quests to create different kinds of soup and stew. The resulting food will attract different kinds of Pokemon. Different mixtures of berries will attract certain kinds of Pokemon depending on the berries themselves. As for the quests themselves, they're pretty straightforward. Your Pokemon will, for the most part, move on their own, but you choose when they use the moves that they have with a tap of a button. You also have the option to have them flee outwards to avoid attacks. You basically have to use what you are provided to the best of your abilities to get through each stage. Pretty self-explanatory. Your team of Pokemon can all be improved through what they call stones. These stones can either improve your attack power or health. However, Pokemon can only hold so many stones at once. The more you train your Pokemon, however, the more slots will open up.
While we're on the topic of games related to Pokemon Rumble, wouldn't it be neat to have a Pokemon Rumble game for mobile? I mean, it's not like all the games have been varied in quality and are also really simple to pick up and play. Plus, because of how simple it is, it fit right into the... Okay, it exists, doesn't it?
This is Pokemon Rumble Rush. It's pretty much like Pokemon Rumble, but with even less effort required to play it. If you don't know what Pokemon Rumble is, you basically explore different islands centered around different types of Pokemon with what is usually a single Pokemon of your choice. However, the thing that makes this game different from others is that while in the other games you control where your Pokemon goes, while the Pokemon can attack automatically, in Rumble Rush the game does all the work for you, moving and all, and the only exception is what you have to do when you attack, which is tap like crazy. Unless something comes later on that I missed, that's pretty much how the game works. Low effort Pokemon Rumble.
Anyway, that's all the games we have to talk about. I'd say they're all pretty alright to mediocre at best. But again, that's just my opinion. Besides, you gotta expect that from the mobile market. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Please subscribe, comment, like, share that. If you have any recommendations, leave a comment below. And this powerful SL, signing off. Goodbye. What? Did you really think I'd forget the biggest Pokemon game out there?
Pokemon Go was a phenomenon when it came out, and I'm pretty sure that's an understatement. Next thing you knew, everyone you knew was trying it out. Even your parents were trying it out. I know mine sure were. And don't even get me started on the media. They were trying to get their hands all over it. If for the strangest reason you don't know what this is, you basically walk around in real life to find and catch Pokemon as if they were catching Pokemon in real life. Then, you can use those Pokemon to battle others or take on gyms captured by other teams. Not only are there gyms, but there are also places called Pokestops. Here, you can get different kinds of loot and items that will help you in the long run, like potions and Pokeballs. These usually mark places in the real world that are worth noting. They can range from historical landmarks to churches to even this mural of a boot. Yeah, I don't know either.
Nowadays, the Pokemon Go community isn't nearly as big as it used to be. However, there are still people that play it to this day. Heck, I know people that still play it to this day every single day of their lives. And I'd be lying if I didn't say that I still played it. Anyway, I promise we've gotten to the end of the list this time. So, don't worry about it. I should probably move the stuff back, shouldn't I? There we go. Back to how it should be. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to see more content like this, feel free to like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell button to get notified whenever I upload more stuff like this. I want this to be more of a focus on my channel, so you can definitely expect more stuff along these same sort of style feel free to leave a comment down below if you have any recommendations or if you have any constructive criticism. I can always take that. Anything to make my content better is always good for me. Anyway, this Powerful SL signing off. Goodbye.